Let's be honest, going to the doctor can be a little stressful for anyone, but trying to do it in a language that isn't your first, that can feel pretty overwhelming. So today, we're going to break it all down. We're going to give you the words, the phrases, and the confidence you need to walk into that doctor's office and know exactly what to do. So this is where it all started. A simple request for a conversation with easy medical words. And we thought, you know what? That's a perfect challenge. Let's build a whole guide around this idea, turning it into a practical roadmap you can actually use for your next visit.
All right, here's our game plan for walking through a typical visit. First, we'll cover just getting into the clinic. Then, the really important part, talking about your symptoms. After that, we'll get you ready for the doctor's questions, help you understand the diagnosis, and finally, we'll talk about the questions you should be asking.
Okay, let's do this. You've walked through the door, you're at the clinic. Those first few moments at the front desk can really set the tone for your whole visit, so let's make sure you start off feeling totally in control.
So, the first person you're probably going to talk to is the receptionist. Their job is pretty simple. Get you checked in. The key here is to have a nice, simple opening line ready to go so they know exactly what you need. And you really don't need some long, complicated story. Look how simple these are. Phrases like, "I have an appointment," or just, "I would like to see a doctor," are absolutely perfect for getting that conversation started.
All right, let's get to the most critical part of your entire visit, telling the doctor or the nurse how you actually feel. Communicating clearly right here is absolutely key to getting the right help.
So let's start with this core word, symptom. It sounds kind of technical, right? But it's not. All it really means is how you feel when you're sick. Is your head pounding? Do you feel hot? Is your stomach doing flips? Yep, those are all symptoms. A super common symptom is a fever. You know that feeling when your body just feels hot, maybe you're a little sweaty, you might even get chills, which is that weird thing where you feel cold and shiver even though you're burning up. That's a fever.
And then there's nausea. That is just that awful, queasy feeling in your stomach like you might get sick. The easiest way to explain it? Just say, "I feel nauseous." The doctor will know exactly what you mean.
Now look how we can put these words into simple, powerful sentences. You can link symptoms together, like having a sore throat and a cough, or you can describe when it happens, like feeling dizzy when I stand up. See? This gives the doctor so much more to work with. Now here's a little pro tip. Sometimes you and the doctor might use different words for the exact same thing. For instance, you could say, "I have a stuffy nose," and the doctor might jot down that you have congestion. Don't let it throw you off. It means the same thing. Okay, so you've described your symptoms. You've done your part. Now, the ball is in the doctor's court, and they're going to start asking questions to dig a little deeper. Let's get you prepped for the most common ones. Get ready for this one, because if you mention any kind of pain, you will almost certainly hear this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is basically nothing and 10 is the worst pain you can even imagine, it's just their way of measuring how serious it feels to you. And please, don't overthink your answer. It's so simple. Just give them a number. It's a 3 out of 10 for something mild, or the pain is about a 7 if it's pretty bad. There's no wrong answer. It's just what you feel.
And here's another classic. The doctor is basically being a detective, and they need a timeline. Did this just pop up an hour ago, or have you been dealing with this for a week? How long it's been going on is a huge clue for them.
And again, simple is best. It started yesterday, for about 3 days. Short, clear, direct answers are exactly what they need.
Okay, so you've answered all their questions. Now comes the moment where the doctor gives you their professional opinion. This part is called the diagnosis. Diagnosis. It sounds like a big, serious word, doesn't it? But really, it's just the name of what the doctor thinks is wrong. The diagnosis might be something simple, like the flu or a sinus infection. It's just their conclusion based on everything you told them. Now, if you need some kind of medicine, the doctor is going to give you a prescription. This is a super important word to know. It's that piece of paper, or maybe an electronic order, that you take to the pharmacy to get what you need. Now listen up, because this is a really important shift in thinking. A doctor's visit isn't a lecture, it's a conversation. The visit isn't over until you feel like you have all the answers you need. It's your turn to take control. Seriously, never ever be afraid to ask for more information. These questions here are simple, they're direct, and they're incredibly helpful. Asking about things like side effects, or if you need to come back, shows that you're an active partner in your own healthcare. And finally, here's your action plan for after you leave the clinic. It's a simple little checklist to keep you on track. Get your medicine, take it the right way, get some rest, and know who to call if things aren't getting better. See? Clear, manageable steps.
So, we're going to leave you with this final thought. The absolute best way to feel confident is to be prepared. So, before you even go to your next appointment, just think about it. What is one question you can have ready to go? I promise you, having even one prepared question can completely change your experience.